Dear students of class 9, today is very auspicious day. I like to tell you that today is the birthday of Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, and today is celebrated throughout India and also other parts of the world as Teachers' Day. Now, on the occasion of the Teachers' Day, I like to convey my heartfelt love and regards. You see that the love to you all. And now I like to discuss the topic, the socialism in Europe and Russian Revolution, another part. What changes, I discussed last class that what happened during the Bolshevik Revolution of 1917. And we see that after the seizure of power on 24th October, the Bolshevik party now established control throughout Russia. And now, according to the Lenin's April thesis, I discussed that land was to be redistributed, banks was to be nationalized, and what to be brought ended. Accordingly, that what changes do we notice after the October Revolution of 1917? The most industries, banks were nationalized, and government in the village areas, government took ownership. However, industries and bank managements where government took over the control of ownership and management of these banks and industries. According to the Lenin's April thesis, land was declared, you see that the social property, and peasants were allowed to take up the land. Peasants, allowed to seize the land from the aristocratic class, that is nobility, Russian nobility. And now, in cities, it is happened in the village areas. Bolsheviks now is that the enforced partition of large buildings. That the aristocratic classes has large palatial buildings which were partitioned, large houses according to the family requirements in the city areas. And moreover, Bolshevik government also banned all sorts of old titles used by the aristocracy. All sorts of old titles used by the aristocracy was banned by the Bolshevik party. And now, see that to assert the changes, to assert that is the Bolshevik were introduced some changes, and that was revolutionary. New, uniforms were designed. New uniforms were designed for the officials and the army. And a new type of hat, Soviet hat, for the army was introduced. It was known as Budyonovka. Budyonovka. So, the now Bolshevik party, another political changes, Bolshevik party was now renamed as Russian Communist Party. Bolshevik party was renamed as Russian Communist Party. And in November 1917 election, the Bolshevik actually conducted election, and to the Constituent Assembly. In November 1917, election was held to the Constituent Assembly conducted by the Bolshevik party. But Bolshevik party failed to gain majority support. So, in January 1918, the Assembly, at that time the name of the parliament, Assembly, condemned the Bolshevik measures. And the Lenin now dismissed the Assembly. And now he also decided to establish the All Russian Congress of Soviets. He thought that All Russian Congress of Soviets was more democratic than the Assembly. So he actually established all other later. We see the Lenin dismissed all other political parties. and just kept one party rule. That is All Russian Congress of Soviets. And in March, 1918, despite opposition of all political parties, already I have told you what to be brought to end, First World War. The Bolshevik party signed a treaty with Germany for ending the war. Bolshevik made peace treaty with Germany. It was known as Brest-Litovsk. It was signed in a place called Brest, B-R-E-S-T, Litovsk. So it was known as Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. By this, the Russia and Germany made peace. And now, all Russian Congress, now we see that of the Soviets became the only one party. All other political parties are banned. Trade unions were brought under the control of the Russian Congress. Now secret police was created in order to keep vigilance over other people. It was called Cheka. Later it also came to be known as OGPU and NKVD. It is the abbreviated form. Now we see that gradually the young artists also encouraged they supported the Bolshevik measures. They wrote many articles, and thus we see. But however, the people are disheartened when the censorship was imposed. Is that the Bolsheviks, which the Bolsheviks introduced censorship, it also actually discouraged the people, and people are now not very happy with the Bolshevik measures. Now we see that what happened. Now after that, the civil war. Civil war broke out in Russia. It was in 1918-1919. We know why the civil war broke out. Now when the Lenin declared the land was to be distributed among the peasants, many Russian army began to break up because most of the army men were peasants. So they deserted the army and went to their respective villages in order to gain take the land. So you see that meanwhile, that this happened. Meanwhile, we see that the non-Bolshevik party, non-Bolsheviks called socialist, non-Bolshevik socialist, liberals and supporters of autocracy condemn the Bolshevik measures or uprising. And now they are actually the leaders, I am telling it again, non-Bolshevik socialists, liberals, supporters of autocracy and Tsarist rule, condemn the Bolshevik uprising or measures. The leaders now moved to South Russia, and they are used to fight against the Bolsheviks. The leaders moved to South Russia to fight against the Bolsheviks. Bolsheviks actually used to wear red caps. That was the symbol of and while the socialist revolutionaries used to wear green, and pro-Tsarist actually white. These are you see that the symbol, the white, green, while the Bolsheviks used to wear red, or their color was red. So the civil war began. Ultimately, you see that the civil war, in the civil war which began, the foreign powers also intervened, namely the America, France, Britain and even Japan. They supported the pro-Tsarist powers or socialist powers. And this went on for a long time. However, you see that ultimately in 1920, Bolsheviks now, although they suffered reverses in the beginning, the Bolshevik army was able to regain their control and establish the control over the Russian Empire with the help of the non-Russian nationalists, and you see that the Muslim jihadists. I have already told that Muslim jihadists were Muslim reformers. They are called jihadists. And non-Russian nationalities, those who lived in Central Asia, in Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, etc. in this region, they are non-Russian actually. Nationalities, you know the meaning, they are non-Russian race. They supported the Bolshevik revolution. It is however, it is they declared themselves as self-declaration. They declared themselves as socialist or supporter of the Bolsheviks and carried on massacre or see that torture over the other people. So, however, this made the Bolshevik party unpopular for the time being. However, they recovered it when they introduced autonomy, and perhaps you know that in place of Russian Empire, USSR was created or established, United Socialist Soviet Republic. And now ultimately we see that the Bolsheviks established the control and they gave the non-Russian nationalities the autonomy, the right to control or rule themselves, and also they discouraged nomadism. We see that the nomadism meaning one group of, one particular community who moved from place to place in search of, you see that the food or shelter, this type of thing, discouraged by the socialist leaders or Bolshevik party. This is how we know that civil war came to an end. And now next day, I like to discuss what happened, you see that the making a socialist society, how a socialist society was formed in Russia. Thank you all.